I just read an article last night about Dana Nessel talking about how they've got the university that's out here in Michigan refusing to hand over 6,000 documents. Now, I have a particular problem with this because we've got a professor involved in my situation. He's a teacher, James O'Keefe from Project Veritas. Now, there's been some accusations that have been flying around. He's my husband, it's documented. And we had the Cass County, Michigan Prosecutor's Office who attempted to hide that fact. They were given the evidence verifying that James was my husband, and they just ignored it. So we've got the same type of pattern going on within the universities and some of the other schools, which makes me concerned because these universities were encouraging people to go out and loot and riot and chant for justice last year. So where's the justice for the people that have been investigated regarding that those documents that came from the university? The university is responsible to be actively protecting their students from perpetrators, and that includes professors and teachers who sexually go after their students. The kids don't get paid so that the professors have a pool of dating people. That's not what they're there for. They're not there for the students to have a dating pool either. So we've got situations ethically involved with these universities where they're encouraging bad behavior by failing to protect the students when they have evidence that these professors are breaking the law and doing things to the students that they know are unethical. You've got libel here with the universities. So if they don't hand over evidence that they would have with either professors that are being criminally deceitful towards students, or you've got students who are helping the professors deceive other students. Those are cases where we need justice because these professors are getting away with crimes and the universities are helping them. What does that say to those people who scrimped and saved all their life to get their kids into that university? What does it say about the young girl who's being sexually pursued by one of her professors and just doesn't want him, and he's so aggressive, she feels she has to leave the class? That's wrong to do that to students, especially women. Now, I'm a sexual assault victim. That's been obviously determined for a long time. But my purpose in this is to let these girls know, and guys, because it just doesn't happen to girls, it happens to guys too, to let these students know that the university is not the only place that takes evidence. One of the problems that they have is that once some of these people open cases, the university tries to go in and bully people into dropping charges because it makes the university look bad. And if the student refuses to, the university does everything they can to shame the student into quitting school. This is a pattern, not just in the universities. It happens in the public schools too when you're looking at girls who are pregnant or have gotten married before graduation. I have literally watched these, this wasn't here, it was in California. I literally watched a high school deny a girl because she was married. She had an arranged marriage in my high school. They denied her the privilege of being able to walk in our graduation ceremony. We've got other parents, or not parents, other students who have become pregnant and they were also not allowed to walk or graduate due to their pregnancy. So we've got some issues that we need to address here because covering the situation up isn't doing anything but making it worse. And these universities and schools have some responsibility too. So when are they going to come forward? Because they may have evidence in my situation. Because it's been determined to me that my husband, James O'Keefe of Project Veritas, is a sex addict. And he needs help. So we have a situation where I need people to come forward, not because I want him to go to jail, but because he needs help, because he's been lying for a long, long time about his age. So because of this, he's created some victims where maybe they didn't realize they were victims and they were embarrassed. I wouldn't be embarrassed. He's the problem, not you. I would be embarrassed by not telling because you're not allowing him to get the treatment that he needs in order to recover so that he can be a more positive and prosperous member of society. Allowing someone to continue forth that you know as a victim makes you responsible too. It took me a long time to come to that realization, but it's true. When you fail to do what you're supposed to do, you make yourself responsible for the other victims. That's one of the things that I was taught, and it helped me to find the strength to come forward because I don't want any more victims out there. James needs to come clean, and these people need to start telling the truth. With God's love, God bless America. Have a blessed day, and back the badge.